Hello again! Welcome back to Yapping with Ainsley. I am, of course, Ainsley, and we are continuing on in my little mini-series about the Grand Prix assignments for figure skating in the 2026-27 season. And we're going to be talking about the men. The men in the Grand Prix. I've already discussed pairs and ice dance, and now we're moving on to men. So, Grand Prix de France. We've got a few good ones here. Alright, we've got Alexander Selevko from Estonia, Sammy Hammy, I love, from France, Adam Xiaohemfa from France, and To Be Determined from France, Nikolai Momola from Italy, Kao Miura from Japan, Sota Yamamoto from Japan, Mikhail Shaidorov from Kazakhstan, Minkyu So from Korea, Adam Hagara from Slovakia, and Jimmy Ma and Jacob Sanchez from the USA. We've got a few good ones here. Alright, now, again, I mentioned in a previous video that I liked watching juniors this past year, which was quite fun for me. And there's a few juniors that are moving up to seniors this year that I'm so excited for. Minkyu So for sure is one of them for Korea. I'm so excited to see Minkyu So skate. And Jacob Sanchez, he did compete in the senior circuit a little bit last year, but to see him more in seniors, I think it's going to be awesome. So excited. And of course, Alexander Selevko, fantastic. Definitely a performer. I'm excited to see him more this year. Adam Xiaohemfa, magnificent. He just needs to be more consistent, you know? It's like, with Adam Xiaohemfa, it's like he's either magnificent and brilliant or it's a dumpster fire, and there's no in between with him. So it's like, what are we gonna get with Adam today? We don't know. But Nikolai Momola, I do love him. I think he's great. Mikhail Shaidorov, obviously the Olympic champion. Super excited to see what he's gonna do this year, but we'll find out. Okay. Grand Prix Skate Canada International. We've got Wesley Chu from Canada, Stephen Gogolev from Canada, and a TBD for spot in Canada. Then we've got Mikhail Selevko, Kevin Amos from France. Sorry, Mikhail Selevko is from Estonia. Kevin Amos is from France. Matteo Rizzo from Italy, Ryo Nakata from Japan, Kazuki Tomono from Japan, Hyungyom Kim from Korea, Krylo Marsak from Ukraine, and then Liam Kapekis and Andrew Torgashev from the USA. Okay. Stephen Gogolev. Man's killed it last year. He had a fantastic season. He, like, freaking got third place, I think, at Finlandia last year in the Grand Prix. He got 5th overall at his first ever Olympics. He got 4th at his first ever Worlds. His first ever senior Worlds. Like, he's super consistent, and I'm super excited to see more from him this next year. I'm like, come on, Canada! Sad that Roman Sadowski is not on here, because I do love him. I'm gonna miss him, but I think it was kind of nearing that time. But I'm surprised Matteo Rizzo's on here. Like, he's an awesome performer, but I'm like, dang, I thought you had retired, like, after the Olympics, but again, what do I know? And then, kind of the same with Kevin Amos, but I'm not fully sure about that one. Ryo Nakata, this is another junior that I'm very much looking forward to seeing in the senior circuit. He's insane. Him and Minkyu are fantastic skaters, and I look forward to seeing how they do in a senior circuit. And Liam Kapekis, I think, is also moving up from juniors, if I'm not mistaken. But we'll see how he does as well. Okay, Grand Prix Cup of China. So we've got Yudong Chen for China, 2 TBD spots for China. Then Nika Agatse from Georgia, Kao Miura from Japan, Shun Sato from Japan, Mikhail Shaidorov from Kazakhstan, Junwon Cha from Korea, Minkyu So from Korea, Denis Vasilyevs from Latvia, and then Lucius Kaznaki and Jacob Sanchez from USA. Okay, Lucius was the one I was thinking of when I said Liam Kapekis last one. Lucius I know was a junior. I'm not sure about Liam. But Lucius Kaznaki is a junior that's moving up into senior, so that'll be fun to watch. Minkyu So getting a second Grand Prix assignment. Let's go. Jacob Sanchez, second Grand Prix assignment. Mikhail Shidorov, second Grand Prix assignment. It's going to be great. Junwon Cha, arguably one of my favorite figure skaters of all time. Okay? Like, he really is. And we could rant a long time about how underscored I think he is consistently, but we do not have time for that today. Shun Sato, great to see him again. It'll be awesome to see what he does this year after the successful season he had this past season. Denis Vasilyevs, I'm surprised he's still going. I'm happy about it. I love Denis Vasilyevs. Love him. So I really hope he doesn't retire, because that will make me sad. Also, judges stop underscoring him. Moving on. Grand Prix Skate America. So we've got Alexo Rakic from Canada, Georgi Roshenko from the Czech Republic, Alexander Solivko from Estonia, Tamir Kuperman from Israel, Daniel Grassel and Nikolai Mamola from Italy, Sota Yamamoto from Japan, Donovan Carrillo from Mexico, Lukas Brycki from Switzerland, and Jason Brown, Ilya Malinin for the USA, and then another TBD spot for the USA. Jason Brown still going? Like, what? That shocks me a little bit. I'm amazed he's still going, quite frankly. I was not expecting that. Not that I'm mad. I love Jason, but I'm just like, dang, like, he's still going. Donovan Carrillo, super excited. I love him. He's an awesome skater, and truly, I'm like, yes, we get to see more of him. And then, of course, Ilya Malinin. Duh. Like, of course he's going to go. It'll be interesting to see what he does this year. I'm curious what his programs are going to look like. Lukas Brycki, another skater that I very thoroughly enjoy, and super excited to see him again. That'll be fun. Alexander Solevko with his second Grand Prix assignment. Great for him. Alexa Rakic from Canada. Good to see him get a Grand Prix assignment. Okay, Finlandia Trophy. Another whole shebang. So we've got Steven Gogolev for Canada, Arlet Levandi from Estonia, Mikhail Solevko from Estonia, to be determined for Finland, Adam Xiaohimfa for France, Nika Agase for Georgia, Genrek Gartang for Germany. I believe he's also a junior moving up to seniors. Matteo Rizzo for Italy, Kazuki Tomono for Japan, Andreas Nordback for Sweden, Criolo Marsak for Ukraine, and then Andrew Torgashev for USA. So I'm excited about Andreas Nordback. I do love him as a skater as well. Super excited to see him skate. Matteo Rizzo with his second Grand Prix assignment. Hopefully that stays, because I do enjoy him as well. Adam Xiaohimfa with a second Grand Prix assignment, and Mikhail Solevko with a second Grand Prix assignment. Steven Gogolev, obviously. And I mean, I'm glad they're bringing him back to Finlandia, because that's where he got third place last year in the Grand Prix assignment, so we'll see. Honestly, given how things go, he could potentially win that one, but it depends on what Adam does. It fully depends on what Adam does. And then finally, NHK. So we've got Kevin Amos for France and Francois Pitot for France. I'm surprised they don't have him in the France Grand Prix, but I don't know. Daniel Grassel for Italy, Ryo Nakata and Shun Sato for Japan, and then we have another TBD for Japan. Junwon Cha for Korea, Vladimir Samoylov for Poland, Lukas Brycki for Switzerland, Adam Hagara for Slovakia, and then Jason Brown and Ilya Malinin for the USA. NHK is going to be another insane one. It's like Finlandia and NHK are going to be insane this year, and I'm really excited for both of them. But yeah, Ryo Nakata, that's going to be interesting to see how he stacks up against, obviously, Ilya, Junwon, Kevin, even Jason, even potentially. But it'll be interesting. I'm pretty excited to see how that goes. Shun, obviously, Shun Sato. Love that Junwon Cha is doing it. Listen, you're gonna come to realize very quickly how much I love Junwon Cha, but I digress. Super excited. I think it's gonna be great. Ilya doing like the Skate America, and then like the last Grand Prix is, I think, a little bit different than what he normally does, but maybe he wants a later start to the season, so I'm not fully sure, but it'll be interesting to watch regardless. Alright, well that is the men, so stay tuned because I will be posting another video about the women.